are many diplomatic reasons for the whole delegation, and especially the memorial. First is the special connections between Israel and Rwanda as part of two countries that not only had to defend themselves, but in reality today they have to defend themselves. But specifically, I have to say this is the first place they're coming to after landing, because the memorial is the linkage between our past, our shared destiny, and our future. Only when they come here, they understand how similar what we had to go, the trauma, how important it is to defend the countries and what it means to get injured for your country. I think there is no other country in the world that can really understand Rwanda, because when you go in this maze of the museum, you realized how similar the 8 steps or 9 steps that led to the genocide and the Holocaust, dehumanization. How do you treat people as nothing? What it means to take a segment of population and decide one day that they're inferior to other segment of the population. How it works. And I think the importance of Rwanda and Israel is for the entire world, because what happened here and what happened to the Jew can happen today. And if you want to know what nothing has changed, you see the rise in anti-Semitism, you see a rise in anti-Tutsi sentiment. These things do not belong to the past. They're part of our reality. And our job here as Israel, your job as Rwanda in Israel, is to remind the international community this is not the story only of Rwanda, of Israel. It's of every person in the world that can become a victim one day. They're shaken, of course, because for them, some of them have been injured in last war. Some of them have been injured in 50 years ago, but all of them suffer from post-trauma. And all of them have visual images of what they had to go through in the battlefield. And when you come here and you see the visual, it's remarkable. But there's another thing, I just talked with them. It's only when you come here you realize the whole story. And you realize that genocide is not created in a day. It's a process of decades of really planned behavior that leads to a climax of a genocide. And only when you come here you realize, and for them, that what we have gone through in Israel is not a creation of a day. It was planned by Hamas for months or for any war. But it's not only for Israel, it's for every Jew in the world that suffers now from anti-Semitism, for every person in the world that feels unsafe because of his origin or his identity card or whatever it is, that it really doesn't matter. I think only when they come here, and for them is to understand what we have come through and what Rwanda has come through, and it's very important. I think we chose Rwanda not only because of the history. Rwanda has done tremendous steps in raising awareness to disability, to people with disabilities. My job here as an ambassador is to speak Israel, but I always speak Rwanda too. And when we talk about progress and where Rwanda is leading Africa, is also in this element of raising awareness to disability, giving access to disabled people. The whole journey, the reason why we have so many cameras, is also for Israelis back home to be able to see what's Rwanda, and also through social media to talk about, okay, Rwanda is accessible. So we chose Rwanda for one reason for that. The second is the bond. Israel and Rwanda are in a deep bond before 1994 in the recreation of the nation. I think if you look at the history from 1994, Israel was there. Even we sent a delegation after 1994, after the liberation of the country, to try and help find people and to rebuild this country. And this special bond is what is the thread that leads us from 94 to today. And there are many other reasons. I think Rwanda has a very interesting biodiversity, culture, history. And the bond between us is, I find it on a daily basis. So that's why we chose Rwanda. And it's not me, my government decided that this is the destination. And for the delegation, I have to say, this is the first time we have a delegation of IDF veterans. I mean, I'm talking about people with disabilities that were injured that are coming to Africa. Some of them don't even have a visual disability. They've been severely mentally damaged or suffering from PTSD. For these people to come and talk with people here in Rwanda that go through PTSD, second generation, and we're also going to meet, we're talking about the itinerary of the trip. I think I say it humbly, never had we had such a big delegation of people with disability. We're going to track the gorillas, we're going to Akagera, but we're also meeting students from clinical students, psychology clinical students, to talk about post-trauma. We're going to lead some games also with the RDF. So it's IDF and RDF was going to talk together. Tomorrow we're going to have a clinic, basketball clinic, when we're going to coach. We're going to Agozo Shalom to meet students and be inspired. And the one thing I have to say about Rwanda, we never come to teach Rwanda, we come to do mutual learning. Every delegation I have from Israel comes out with so much added value from Rwanda. And I keep saying that because of this beautiful nature of relations, Israel gains from Rwanda, Rwanda gains from Israel. And this is what we talk friendship. About future delegation, I really hope so. It's only the beginning. It's always a matter of budget, but I can say that this is the best PR I can have for future. This year, we had so many delegations from Israel, and we had more than 70 people, delegates from Rwanda, going to Israel on various fields, agriculture, fintech. This year was a boom in terms of the relations. We had more than 4 delegations. We just had a week of innovation, we call it 2 weeks of innovation. There's a lot we're doing. So I really think next year will be a continuation. I see also many business people who want to come here. We had only this month we have a delegation of business people on January. So this is amazing. And the nature, the message to the people of Rwanda, first, I say it, again, I'm a diplomat, I don't have to. I really think the people of Rwanda are unique people of kindness, of wisdom, that carry history, of century of history, and continue practicing your own history. This delegation is amazed by the notions of Gacheche, and they're going to practice Umuganda. You are your best ambassadors. I mean, the people of Rwanda, every time we have delegation, they always come with a wish to come again. So what I want to say is, we are your friends. I'm inspired by the people of